I'm Jeb Butler with the Butler Law Firm, and today we'll talk about the two different types of personal injury law firms. When most people hear the term personal injury lawyer, which is who I am and what I do, they don't really think about people like me. When most people hear that term, they don't think of firms like ours. They think about the massive billboard advertisers and those big firms that run TV ads all day long about how you can get free money if you just call them. They think about ads like this guy who put himself on the billboard and said, "Are you asking for it?" They think about guys like the guerrilla lawyer. They think about all these other sort of obnoxious billboards and TV ads that you see personal injury lawyers putting up in Georgia and elsewhere. Like this person with a fancy phone number, or this dude who's claiming that size matters. That's what people think about, and unfortunately, that's not the entire reality. That's not our firm. Today we'll talk about the two types of personal injury firms. What most people think about are the wholesale firms who treat their cases the same way that Walmart treats their inventory. They want to get it in, sell it, settle it as fast as they can, and move on to the next case. That works out well for the owner of the law firm and make a lot of money in the long term, but it's not very good for the firm's clients who have their cases settled cheap and who don't get treated with the respect they deserve. These are the firms you see advertising on billboards and TV. Typically they'll have about 150 to 300 cases per lawyer. Now, I don't care who this firm hires. No lawyer, no matter how smart they are or how hard they work, can effectively handle 150 to 300 cases and do a good job at it. It just can't be done. So what really happens is that these firms, the people doing the actual work, are called case managers. And they don't have law degrees, they might not even finish college. It's people who are trying their best, but they're not giving the firm's clients the best representation out there possible. They just can't do it because there's too many cases per lawyer. The upside of the wholesale firms, if you're a client looking for a personal injury firm or a potential client, is that they will take about anything. If you call them up and say, "I've been hurt," they'll sign you up and get to work. A downside is if you're trying to get in touch with someone, if you become a client of one of these wholesale firms, one of these billboard advertisers, good luck getting in touch with your lawyer. You may eventually, but it's going to take a long time. Most of the time you're going to be leaving a message for your case manager and hoping to get called back. The other side of that is smaller firms. Sometimes they're called boutique firms. I've used the term retail law firms because that's what most of us are familiar with. That's a shop where they do focused work on a small number of cases. Typically people find them by word of mouth or sometimes from online reviews on Google or somewhere else. There's tremendous variation in these smaller firms. Some are bigger than others. Our firm is kind of out there on the end of the spectrum in terms of a small number of cases and focused work on those cases. I did the math just today, and as of now we have about 13 cases for each of our 6 lawyers in total. That changes some with time, but that's about where we stay. A downside of contacting a lawyer like us is we are selective. Like, we don't handle frivolous cases. If someone's not really hurt and they're just looking for a free payday, that's not us. Our clients are people who have been really hurt and who do really need help. And if you end up with a retail lawyer, a retail law firm, you can expect to talk to your lawyer. You're not going to have to leave a message, wait a week and get a call back from a case manager. Now, the crazy thing about the legal profession is that the wholesale and the retail lawyers charge about the same amount. The fees for both are about the same. It's going to range, depending on the case type, from usually 33% on up sometimes to 45%, although usually not that high. So it's the same amount of fees for vastly different levels of service. The only reason the wholesale folks stay in business is they rely on us, on their marketing, to bring in a steady stream of clients who just don't know that they have other options. But you do. There's two kinds of firms out there. There's wholesale and there's retail. And if you're a potential client, it's pretty clear where your interests will best be taken care of.